ladies and gentlemen, just gonna start this video off by saying this is... Oh my goodness. This is not gonna be fun. If this video will make your blood boil. You are going to get angry. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Don't watch it. It's gonna make you angry. But as someone who plays both Survivor and Killer, this behavior live stream they did on Twitch, the level of dishonesty, oh my goodness. I don't know if it's pure ignorance or if it's actual just straight up lying. I have some clips in here where people in the chat were literally making fun of these guys because of how incredibly ignorant they were being. And look, I'm sorry. There's probably going to be a crap load of mic booms in this video. I won't be able to edit out all of them. I'll edit out the majority of them, but I'm not holding back. I'm just not. All right? Some of the stuff that they're implementing is so incredibly biased and so stupid. It's ridiculous. The first thing I want to talk about, the first thing that they talked about is face camping. And for some reason they felt the need to even explain to the audience what face camping was, even though the only people watching this live stream are people who've been playing Dead by Daylight for more than upwards of a year. So I'm not sure why they're acting like people don't know what this is, but throughout the entire stream, they're giving stats for face camping, for tunneling, and yada yada yada. Do you know the map with the highest amount of face camping? RCPD, West Wing. Do you know in how many matches someone has actively face camped? Like 0% to 100%. Can you guess? Did you guess 10%? Nope. Did you guess 5%? Close. 3%? Not quite. 2.4% of all matches. Let me repeat that. 2.4% of all matches on that map includes some form of face camping. And they're making it seem like this is some sort of huge deal. 2% of what? Of 1,000 games? Of 10,000, 100,000, a million? Oh my. And then the least face camp map is Wretched Shop with 1.6%. Who cares? I mean, really, who cares? 2.4%. So you've got like what, maybe like 1,000 killer players who face camp occasionally, with maybe 500 who face camp continuously. Out of the maybe what, 30,000 killer players, 20 to 30,000. Why? Just why? And they go on to talk about how the resolve bar is now visible to all survivors, and that the meter can now fill faster based on how long the killer remains in close proximity. Oh, well, you're probably thinking, that's not that bad, right? That's not that bad. They increased the range of the anti-face camp radius to 20 meters. Oh, but they decreased the fill rate overall by 50%. What? Why? Why does that even matter? If it goes up faster, then why does that Bro, I'm actually about to crash out. And they got a picture of a Meg being able to see the anti-face camp meter, so Swifts are gonna abuse that. That's cool. You know, one of the big things they keep talking, or they kept talking about in this stream, is the fact that they want to make solo queue easier to play, or so solo queue survivors can have an easier time communicating with their team, just add voice chat. Add an in-game text system. Why are we doing all of these loopholes and roundabouts just to get to something so simple that would not buff Survive with Friends? I mean, really, give me a break, dude. What are the goals of the anti-tunneling update? We want to ensure that every player's time is no, you don't. You want to ensure that Survive with Friends players' time is respected. We want to ensure that we want to ensure that queuing up means you get to play. We want to ensure that queuing up means you get to play. What does that even mean? What do they think happens when you queue up for a game of DBD? Do they think the Death Slinger just comes out of nowhere and like old Yeller shoots you in the back of the head? I mean, what? Why don't we care about a killer's time being respected when he goes against a four-man? He or she goes against a four-man with 4 flashlights and 4 dead hearts and 4 decisive strikes and all of those other perks. You know, two flashbangs and 2 deja vus. And I just can't, man. This is so incredibly dishonest. Now this next part, it's a video, and this video boils my blood. All right, here we go.
We saw in the previous BTB that survivors were weaponizing both of these effects to go for aggressive plays, as opposed to trying to survive, which is the intended goal of the Unhook protections, is to put you in a spot where you can make better decisions to survive.
We both know that's not true. We both know that's not true. In the last PTB, we all know that's not true. That is not true. The reason you guys overdid all of those in like the endurance stat and everything, the reason you guys did that was to make Swifts buffed, to make them dang near impossible to actually get out of the game. We all know that. When we all know that because we experienced it. Anyone saying otherwise is just straight up lying to you. The last PTB was such a joke. It made me stop playing the game. And to this day, I'm still not buying anything in this game. I might buy something with Eerie Shards, but I'm not buying anything with real money. I'm not. This game actively hates killers. It just does. They're updating this game and adding all of these things as if every killer is somehow the same. I literally cannot even tell you the last time I face camped a survivor. I legitimately cannot. Keep in mind, across all platforms, I have almost 1,000 hours. I think I may have face camped maybe one time, but that's at the very end of a game when there's one survivor on the hook and 1 or 2 other survivors are screwing around at the exit gates, teabagging and flashlight spamming. I mean, the level of dishonesty here, it drives me up a wall, man. It's ridiculous. All right, calm down a little bit. So they go on to explain what tunneling is again, as if people don't know what that is. And they go on to give these stats that I know for a fact are skewed because they're trying to say that the map with the most tunneling is Treatment Theater, and it happens in 44% of games on Treatment Theater. So let's get this straight. Tunneling is when a survivor gets right off a hook and you chase them out of the game and throw them back out the hook and they eventually get sacrificed. That is what tunneling is. However, from the 9.2.0 PTB, we all saw what behavior considered to be tunneling, and in behavior's eyes, tunneling is killing a survivor. I actually have a video on my channel to this day where I was playing a custom game in the 9.2.0 PTB, and I killed a Bill who just so happened to be the last survivor I hooked, and I was punished for it because it was considered tunneling, even though he had been off of the hook for a full, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. So no, when you see these stats that Gas Haven has a 39% tunnel rate and Treatment Theater has a 44% tunnel rate, I would cut that by about maybe 30% each. This is ridiculous. This the term tunneling and the term slugging and the term face camping for these developers is heavily skewed towards survivors for no reason. These definitions for these terms, they're not even remotely fair, nor are they even remotely accurate. And it just goes to show they don't play the game. They really don't. I mean, here we go again. Unhook protections. 10% haste, endurance, elusive, no aura, pools of blood, scratch marks, grunts of pain, make no sound, no AFK points, see the killer's aura. Why do they need to see the killer's aura? Why? Especially with a 32-meter range. Why? Lost when performing a conspicuous action. Oh, cool. Whoop-de-doo. When in endgame, only 10% haste and endurance are granted for 10 seconds. Okay. They go on to talk about, after the unhook protections, the differences for the benefits that killers get for unique hooks. In other words, hooking a survivor for the first time. It says here, we've swapped the haste bonus for bloodlust. Okay. I mean, I don't see how that's going to make a difference, at least a meaningful one. Do you guys think Trapper, when they gave him a haste buff after he placed the trap, do you think that made a big difference? No? Oh, well, that's probably because he still can't get across the map in time to actually do anything with that haste. So, yeah. We've removed the bonus generator damage on the next... Why? Just why? If survivors have endurance, then why can't killers receive a bonus damage kick for generators? I mean, really. Why can't we? Do we not want the game to be too long? And if survivors can see the aura of the killer when they get off the hook, why can't the killer have a form of base kit BBQ? Do you see the double standards here? I mean, do you? Really? It's clear as day. I don't know how you wouldn't. But just to make this worse, they go on to say that to ensure fair chases, your bloodlust reward for hooking a unique survivor, it goes away when you enter a chase. Okay, so why don't we do that same thing for survivors? When a survivor gets off a hook, why don't we get rid of their haste if they start in a chase, right? That would incentivize not body blocking right off the hook. These developers, they don't think. They just don't. No penalties for double hooking, but no bonuses or golden tick. Side tangent, can we quit with the stupid emojis, okay? No one is here to have fun. let's just be abundantly clear. If you're watching this live stream, you're not going to have fun, okay? And these emojis, they only serve to make people even more irritated. Quit trying to be cute. This is not cute. You're actively kicking your game while it's down on the ground, and you're making it in an even worse state than it already is, okay? Quit with the trying to be cute. It's just irritating. Anyway, they go on to talk about data points about slugging, in that high MMR survivors spend less time in the dying state at 26 seconds. That's interesting. Why don't we have a discussion about that? Why do high MMR survivors tend to stay down less? I mean, it could be Conviction, could be Soul Guard, could be Dead Hard, could be Flashlights, could be Flashbangs, could be Head On, could be Last Stand. Just stop, man. Just stop with the dishonesty. But wait, this part of the stream, it made me so angry, I stopped watching it. Are you ready for the most dishonesty you will ever see in your entire life? Are you ready? Are you ready? Watch this. They start talking about the game.
Significant drop in the time spent, the bleed out occurrence for survivors. And now this is really interesting as well is the map with the highest time spent slugged is the game. I have tried to understand why or how since I put this in the slide, and I am still not sure. Like, is it the layout of the map that makes it more difficult to find your teammates? I don't know, but...
Liar! 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 Liar, liar, pants on fire! Liar! 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 It was after this moment, I paused the stream, and I literally facepalmed. Out of frustration. In blatant lying, I facepalmed. I have not done that in ever. But let's go on to see the chat's reaction to this. Let's see why slugging on the game in Twitch chat's opinion is so bad. Let's see the reaction here.
Pallets for the game?
Yeah. They're just shouting the word pallets. That's
I mean, I'm glad that they like
you'd like
pallets,
to know that.
you know, that's cool. So what are the goals for the slugging update?
Just shut up, bro. Just log off for the day. All right, let's just log off. All right, I clicked off the stream. I just couldn't. I can't stand the smugness. I can't stand the lying. I can't stand how they pretend like every killer in this game is somehow extremely overpowered and can literally murder you before the match even starts. I mean, again, back to this. We want to ensure that queuing up means you get to play. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm being overtly negative, because guess what? I am. But at the end of the day, this is the level of dishonesty. It's astounding. There is no ignorance here. This is just lying. It is. This is a corporation, a video game company, actively, unashamedly pandering to the majority of their player base. I mean, think about it. It doesn't take a lot of math to figure this out. For every one killer, there are 4 survivors. And if Survivor Twitter and Survivor Reddit are crying constantly about one thing or another, of course they're gonna pander to them. They're the majority of the player base. 60 to 70% of the player base is Survivor at any point in time. Whereas killers, it's about 30 to 40% at any point in time. So why would they listen to the minority? I mean, the only reason they did get rid of the 9.2.0 PTB changes is because of the fact that it was so overtly obvious that they were pandering to the 4-man Swifts with that update. Even 4-man Swifts were saying this is ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe when the PTB comes out, I'll play it and it'll be all sunshine and rainbows. But honestly, guys, at the end of the day, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Am I stupid? Am I overreacting? Am I reacting just enough? Am I valid in the way I'm reacting? I want to hear what you guys have to think down below. And yeah, other than that, I hope you all have a great day. God bless.